After the daring rescue, Abram returned victorious, Lot safe at his side, and the enemy defeated. Yet, this triumph was not the end of the story. It was the beginning of a deeper encounter. For as Abram rested from battle, the word of the Lord came to him in a vision. "Do not be afraid, Abram. I am your shield, your very great reward." But Abram replied, "Lord God, what will you give me, since I remain childless? The heir of my house is Eliezer of Damascus." The Lord answered, "This man will not be your heir. A son from your own body will be your heir." Then he brought Abram outside and said, "Look toward heaven and count the stars. If you are able, so shall your descendants be." Abram believed the Lord, and it was credited to him as righteousness. God then reminded Abram, "I brought you out of Ur of the Chaldeans to give you this land to possess." Abram asked, "Lord God, how will I know that I will inherit it?" As Abram sought assurance of God's promise, the Lord commanded him to prepare a solemn covenant sacrifice. Abram brought a 3-year-old heifer, a goat, a ram, along with a turtle dove, and a pigeon. He cut the larger animals in two, laying the halves opposite each other, while the birds remained whole. Abram waited, guarding the sacrifice from scavenging birds until the sun set. Then a deep sleep fell upon him, and in the darkness God revealed the future of Abram's descendants, slavery, suffering, and eventual deliverance. At night, a smoking firepot and a blazing torch appeared, passing between the pieces. This was no ordinary fire. It was the presence of God Himself, sealing His covenant. Unlike human agreements, this was one-sided. God alone walked the path, showing that His promise did not depend on Abram's strength, but on his own faithfulness. The sacrifices remind us that God's covenant is unbreakable. Even when human faith falters, His word stands firm. The fire that passed through the pieces shows that salvation and blessing rest on God's power, not ours.